Hi, Liz. It's great to see you today. Where are you calling us from?
I'm in Dubai right now, and very nice to talk to you as well, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
So maybe you could just share with us a little bit about how and why you got into the crypto space, and what specific segment of the crypto space that you're in.
Sure. I got into crypto early 2017 when I was working for a VC in Hong Kong. So back then, blockchain was one of the areas that the fund was exploring. And I got really curious. I actually went to 20 plus events 1 month to just soak in all the knowledge and meet as many people as possible. And then I realized the potential of how crypto and blockchain could fundamentally improve the way that we live, and how this is such a nascent and open industry where a 23-year-old could actually make a difference, a real impact, and become a subject expert in a few years compared to, I read law, so compared to in the legal industry where I had to wait for 10 years to make partner and to be recognized as someone that knows what she's talking about. So yeah. That's when I realized that this is it. I need to be, I need to go all in, and yeah, the rest is history. I started my first business then, and then now I'm focusing more on investing primarily in early stage investment.
Okay, so as a young woman, when you entered the sector, what challenges did you face as a young woman? Were there stereotyping incidences? What is your advice to young women who want to enter this sector with no knowledge of this sector?
Well, to answer your first question, of course, as a woman in, I guess, not just crypto, but most of the industries where it's kind of dominated by men, you see the person that kind of in the networking event and then asks you, true events, ask me, where's my boyfriend? Assuming that I'm a +1 of my boyfriend in the event.
He's the +1, not you.
Yeah, so and then I remember there was one time there was this person in a meeting called me intimidating, which my male business partner was really shocked by that. But then I just didn't even realize it was a thing, because I don't let these things get to me. This is really just what they are thinking, and I don't really think that because they're individual incidences to really want to conclude every man in crypto is like this, which is not true. A lot of men are very
also
supportive.
Very supportive, yeah.
Exactly. And I'd say the advantage of having not as many women in this industry is that since there's so few of us, we're really strong together. We're very supportive.
That's amazing.
And
I like that.
yeah, we really help each other out, have each other's back. So it's a real pleasure to be surrounded by talented and intelligent women. So for a
newbie, if I was 20 years younger and I wanted to enter the sector, or actually I don't even think age should be a factor in this. I've been in media for decades now, but yeah, if I wanted to step into the crypto sphere, what ABCs would you advise me or anybody who's fresh into this sector?
Well, first, definitely get yourself acquaintance with, with the knowledge, with the space. It's a bit, I have to admit, it's a bit difficult, more difficult now than compared to, 5 years ago when I entered the space, because the industry has changed so much, so quickly. So back then, what I had to learn was a bit more basic, and then every year there's something added to it. So back then it was just mainly, that was before stable coins existed. So just basic crypto knowledge. And now there's NFTs, there's metaverse that you kind of have to learn, but then there's so many good online resources out there. I can recommend a few if you like.
Yeah, we could take that offline. Yeah. I think it would be extra information for our readers and audience. They would really be interested.
Yeah, so I advise to just go for it. Don't really set any, doubts just because you think there are problems. You just go for it, and if you're confident enough, then you solve that. And of course, you can, everyone can ping me and ask me any questions if they have.
Oh, we'll be really grateful for that. So your initial success and interest revolved more around GameFi and other kinds of investments. Why was that? What was the draw?
Well, my business partner is really he has a lot of experience in gaming. He was the ex-chairman of ESL, which is the esports league in the world. So he's really familiar with the gaming space, and he knows all the big esports league, the teams, and all the game publishers like Activision, Blizzard, you name it, all the big publishers. So he's looking into the gaming fundamentals, but I'm more, my expertise is in tokenomics and the crypto side. So he look at the games and I look at the tokenomics, and both our kind of expertise really work well together.
And beyond this, what are your other interests now in the crypto sphere?
Oh, right now I'm looking into zero knowledge application of games, and also kind of a wider application. I'm still looking into games since I'm a investor of quite a few gaming companies that are also funds to invest into gaming companies. So it's still a growing sector. It's very early. I'm not like jumping from gaming and then looking into other things and then just kind of move on. So I'm still really involved in gaming and metaverse.
Okay, I understand. So how do you view crypto as a wealth building or wealth management platform or facility?
It's essential, if I may say. No asset has performed even remotely better than cryptocurrencies for the past 10 years. This is a fact. Since 2011, Bitcoin's cumulative gains have exceeded 20 million percentage.
Not even a number in terms
which
of
is like exactly like it's
yeah.
just a number that is so big that it's a no-brainer to get into it. Of course, it's really volatile, and it could be very scary when it goes down 50% within a month or two, which actually happened quite a few times. But if you kind of zoom out and long term, it has outperformed any other assets. So it's a no-brainer if you just look at the facts and the statistics. And now more than ever, more governments and institutions are supporting crypto, which a lot of them were had a really negative attitude towards them before. Like Indian government was really negative on crypto, but now they just legalized crypto. A lot of banks also previously very negative. Goldman Sachs, they publicly shamed Bitcoin, but now they are providing Bitcoin trading services to their high-end clients. So if you're not really getting involved, you'll be left behind. And a lot of my friends,
I hear this a lot too.
Some of my friends, they were really against crypto when I first got into the industry. They were worried about me and Elizabeth, don't go too much. You probably lose all your money. And then now they're the tide has turned and they're really trying to learn more about it.
Yeah, and I think just having more women involved and getting this to be something that the general public know, not just the specialists. The specialists are all in the know, but I think for crypto and blockchain technology to have real application and real meaning is when everybody knows, and that's the tipping point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So from what I understand, you actually spend quite a lot of time also in Europe, in Germany. Can you share a little bit about the crypto scene there? What's so happening in Europe?
Well, traditionally, any tech, any kind of newer development has been a bit more slower in Europe, just because the traditions have been very deeply ingrained in the public, and it's a bit harder for them to accept new things. So, but then it's definitely getting more popular. I have heard friends that they tell me that before no one really cares about crypto, but then now, at the dinner table, the families and relatives started to get to ask about, how can I get a Binance account? Like, how can I get a trading account? Or, how do I invest? How do I get to know more? So it's definitely getting more popular, but to have a mass appeal, it's important that the government is overtly supporting it or legalizing with it, with obviously media also. It's a big part of it to kind of frame how people see this and view this.
Yes.
And obviously retail applications, if you see retail applications everywhere, it's something that you're familiar, then you get to trust it a bit more. So we're not there yet in Europe compared to, say, in Asia or America.
Yeah. So just a little bit back to NFTs and GameFi. It's a very hot topic now, even in mass media. What advice do you have for people who are interested in these things? How do they get into learning a bit more about NFTs or the metaverse? It's information stories all over the internet and news. But if I'm a crypto virgin, if I might put it this way, then how would I start learning specifically for this sector?
There are quite a few online resources that are very helpful. So Binance, which is the biggest exchange in the world, they have a Binance Academy. So it's basically the 101 on crypto. Of course, this is coming from a huge organization where they have put a lot of hours into putting together this resource. So it's a very good crash course for beginners. There's also a YouTube channel called Coin Bureau, which I also follow. If you watch just half of his videos, you'd be fairly competent with the crypto world already. Is the quality of the content is very high, and as myself and also people around me that have also been in the space for so long, they also follow this channel. So we can. We all kind of follow this channel because of just purely really high quality content. And also there are some offline seminars and educational talks that are given by, especially for women. Lindane at Satoshi Women is doing a very good job at promoting, crypto knowledge I'm based in Hong Kong normally. So they're doing a lot of seminars and get together for people, for women, especially that want to get into crypto. So I'd like to see more of that coming actually.
Yeah, that's exciting. I think the more you get the information and the messages out there, the more people the less skeptical they become and more open to all these new concepts. I mean, having said this, I mean, we're saying they're new concepts. Like you were just saying, you've been in the industry for long enough, but 5 years is, in the grand scheme of things, is a very short time. So there's a long way to go. It's never too late.
Yeah, 5 years doesn't seem so long, but then because the industry is growing so quickly, 5 years is already. I wouldn't say I'm a very expert, but then I'm definitely already considered a semi-dinosaur compared to the new NFT wave.
Yeah. So from what we've been saying, you've basically dedicated at least the last 5 years of your life into the crypto world. Do you have time for yourself, as in other things out of the crypto world?
Well, in the beginning of my career, I was running an OTC desk, so I was managing both the US and Chinese market. That means I did not sleep. I did not sleep until I hired a team and then kind of delegate the work. But I loved it, even though that I didn't really have a so-called work-life balance. Work was very enjoyable that I didn't need to balance. I wasn't stressed. I was just enjoying the thrill of it. Now it's, with investing, it's not as 24/7. So even though crypto market is 24/7 and a lot of people do look at the market just all the time. I think it's very bad mentally if you just look at the market all the time and be really stressed about it. So after some time, I just learned to work, set a routine, and I also have I meditate every day. So that also helps with
is huge on my agenda. Yeah.
Yes, really meditation, yoga, that really helps with just grounding myself and clearing my mind.
I need to meet you in person soon. I think we have a lot of things
Absolutely.
in common. I also read law.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So when are you going to be back in Hong Kong? How long are you're in Dubai now? Will you be back in Hong Kong soon?
I'll be back in Hong Kong, I think in May. There are a few conferences still. There's one in Miami, and then one in Amsterdam, and then in Bahamas. So it's kind of a
I can see why you're enjoying life and work all in one. I mean, it is really work-life integration.
It is, and it's very exciting to see, you go to another city and then you see familiar faces there, you meet some new ones. It's very, very exciting. There's always something new. That's what I love about this industry. You don't get it anywhere else.
You'll never get bored.
Absolutely. Always something new.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, well, you've got the energy for it, that's for sure. I can really feel it in our conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks. So I think that's basically all. I think I've covered all the questions that we have for you today. I understand that you have to rush back to the next talk and the seminars and things. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, like if you have any other questions you want to follow up, I'm happy to obviously have any follow-up discussions.
Cool, that's great. Well, thank you so much